Have you ever wondered why narcissists don't actually have any empathy? Like, why is it that they just don't have any empathy? You can Google. You also wondered, right? How is it that someone can have empathy and then they don't? Or is it something that you are born with and have and then lose along the way? Right, guys, this is what we are going to be talking about, is empathy, all right? Is empathy. And how narcissists basically don't have it. Hello my friends and welcome back. I hope that you're all doing really well. So in today's video we're going to be looking at empathy, okay? And what is it and why is it, how you lose it, how you gain it, basically what happens. But the narcissist doesn't have it. So why is it that the narcissist doesn't have empathy? Well, that's one thing that you've got to understand, is it's something that you're not born with. It's something that you learn. It's something that, say, for example, your parents teach you along the way when you are a child, in order for you to be able to put yourself in somebody else's shoes. But you see, because the narcissist has not shown any empathy, they're not going to give it to anybody else because they don't know what it is. So it's ultimately an emotional stunting. That's what happens in this. But this is what I really want to explore. What happens when you don't have empathy? What happens and how does it basically impair you in relationships, in friendships, and basically in life in general? Watch this video because this is what we're going to be talking about. But my friends, just before we get into the video, I just want to let you know that I do go live on this channel every single Tuesday. And if you've got a question or there's something on your mind, I'd say come on over, because this is exactly the place to be every single Tuesday, because I could be answering your question. Or also we do have a live chat that's going on alongside the live, and we've got a really amazing community that could also be answering your questions. Guys, what have you got to lose? It's absolutely free, and if you don't like it, you don't have to stay. But honestly, it is a vibe. Check it out every single Tuesday. I'd love to see you there. Okay, my friends, right, okay, so let's look at empathy. All right, it's something that you kind of learn from your parents. It's not something that you're necessarily born with. But narcissistic individuals lack this huge thing that is really, really important in life. Because look, you are able to understand the emotions of others. You are able to also understand how other people feel. You're able to understand how your actions affect other people. But if you don't have this, then it is very, very difficult, okay, to form relationships, to be able to bond with another person, to be able to attach onto another person. And this is why narcissists do have an attachment disorder. Whilst they can't attach to you in a healthy way and make you feel awful, but then they can't also detach from you in a healthy way, which makes it really annoying, really like a strange phenomenon why this happens. So what I will say to you, my friends, is this: not having empathy, no, you're not using that to your own advantage. You are definitely not using that to your own advantage, because ultimately what this does do is it stops you from being able to bond, to connect to other people. When someone has a huge amount of self-importance, how can you have empathy? You only think about yourself. You only look at yourself. You only think about how everything makes you feel. And that's why a lot of people call narcissists selfish, because yeah, they actually are, because their needs are the thing that they care about the most, that need to be met, that they need to be met and make them feel better. So, ultimately, not having empathy makes you very selfish and makes you not understand humanity, connection, bonding. Now think about that for a moment. When you don't understand how to connect, how to attach onto another person, how are you doing that for yourself? You're not connected to your own self. And I know I talk about this quite a lot in the videos, but when you are not attached to yourself, when you are not connected to you, okay, how do you expect this person to be able to do that for you? You're wanting this relationship. They're promising you this amazing relationship, yet they can't connect to their own selves. How is this going to work? How are they going to understand how certain things make you feel? How are they going to understand when something that they are saying or doing is upsetting you? They're not. And that's the whole point. They're not. So it makes you feel like you are just not good enough. That's what happens when someone lacks empathy. They're unable to show you kindness, to show you love, right? And what happens is the person that they are with, they internalize it and make it feel as though they're the ones that are in the wrong, like they need to change, like they need to do something about it, right? Think about the impact that has on you, all right? You feel like you have to change, that you are not good enough the way that you are, and that something has to be done. And that's where this relationship doesn't work. That's where there are issues in these types of relationships. The lack of empathy has a ripple effect. And that's ultimately what happens, doesn't it? It has an effect on how it makes you feel. Of course, the narcissist is not going to care how things make you feel. Again, they're all about themselves. They only just care about themselves. Toxic favors. I did a video about this. Please see it here, because I just wanted to bring this point into this video that a narcissist is going to have expectations of you because they don't understand human behavior, emotions. Remember, if they experience emotions, it makes them feel vulnerable, so that they're not going to want to feel, they're not going to want to understand. They show, if they don't want to show emotions because it makes them feel vulnerable and they're not able to control themselves, they're not able to control the outcome. If they make you feel vulnerable, if they make you feel a certain way, then they can control you. That's why they do it. So if a narcissist is going to be asking you to do certain things for them, okay, what is proving to them is that you care, that you want to help, that you are interested in this connection. So it means that you're actually showing them and telling them that you feel that this is meeting, or this is validating them. So they're going to ask you for certain things, for a means to an end. So this is the manipulation, all right? This is the manipulation of your emotions, psychologically. All of this is to make you feel, okay, as though they are good enough, that you are serving them, that you are making them believe in themselves, you building them up, you bolstering them. This is a narcissist's mindset. All about it working for them. So they will exploit others, manipulate others, because if you don't have empathy, you can't put yourself in someone else's shoes. It doesn't matter how your behavior is going to affect another person. They don't care about that. So breaking out of this cycle is really important, all right? You have to see it for what it is. Nobody should make you feel like that. Nobody should say certain things. Nobody should really get you to feel in that way. You have to understand that when someone is so toxic, when someone is so nasty, all right, and all they do is think about themselves, well, why is that? It's not exactly healthy, is it? There isn't a connection, there isn't a friendship, there isn't a togetherness that happens here. So that's what you have to see it as. There isn't a friendship, a partnership, a connection. It's all about them and you serving them. When someone doesn't have empathy, this has real dire effects on other people around them. Not being able to understand how your behavior affects another person. How are you going to heal? How are you ever going to change? When your behaviors are so toxic and you don't see it, all right, this person is never going to know, or never going to click, or doesn't want to, simply isn't interested in that. They're never going to change. So you think, oh yeah, they've moved on, they're with someone else. Again, I did a video about this. Check this one out. All right, hasn't happened. They haven't done the work. And if you haven't done the work, you cannot change. So this is what you have to understand. You have to see it for what it is. And when someone doesn't have empathy, this has really bad effects on others. So breaking the cycle is calling it out, identifying it, what it is. Simply don't react, just respond. That's what you need to do. Please know, all right, my friends, if any of you are struggling with this, please know that I do offer one-to-one consultations. Please see the description box below. Also, check this video out, because I've talked more about the manipulation. I've talked more about how a narcissist does this, okay, in step by step. Okay, so just honestly watch this video because it will really help you. I've also got a mentorship and a journal club, and if you want to heal further, come on over, join the journal club or the mentorship. And I've also got a community of like-minded individuals, really nice people on the Discord server. Please see the link in the description box. Guys, thank you so much for watching, and I really hope to see you in the next video. Goodbye.